Okay, let's see. This game is the game Satisfactory. I played around 100 hours, and this is my third save. I have played previously, but I just couldn't continue because everything was just too convoluted and nothing worked out. Anyways, let's start with a quick look what I have built in this one. Here are the miners. They're mining copper and producing ingots, wire, and then into cable. Same thing happens on the other side, but it only makes wire. It goes upwards, and then it gets stored here. We also have one additional second level there that makes sheets, copper sheets, and then everything gets kind of distributed. This is the mess that I was talking about. You cannot continue at some point because it's just too complicated. You cannot scale, you cannot expand, and so on and so forth. This one is one of the first sort of beginnings where I started building the basic resources to get basic components to just start expanding. Anyways, here are also some resource spots of iron ore. It's also iron ore. There is limestone that is being produced into concrete or converted. Then we have a long line of caterium here that goes from there over there. Basically, that's the new factory. That is what is going to replace all of this. It took me around 30 hours to plan, build, and connect here, and it's not done yet. Let's go and make a quicker explanation of the things that are done here. This one is combining sulfur and coal and making gunpowder. I think it's black powder. It's called black powder here. Run! Always reminds me of a balloon with legs. Anyways, here we have steel production. Basically, coal, iron gets produced into ingots, and ingots go into these machines, constructors basically, and make pipes and beams. Very good. Over here we have another over here we have another line of concrete that gets combined with the steel beams and is creating reinforced beams, or whatever they call. They're just enveloped in concrete. Here are more lines of resources, basically also coal from that direction, iron and copper from those directions, coal, everything that you need. And that's another line of concrete that we have already talked about. Then we have, what is this again called? Quartz. Can be changed into other materials like silica or silicon actually. That's the SEM material. It's basically high technology, whatever material of this game, of kind of previous or whatever. I don't even know if this is the previous civilization or whatever. Just very highly developed beings, I guess. Let's look here. We have all the connections from the miners going upstairs. Basically, can I climb here? I have not so much fuel. 8 fuel left. I hope it will not run out in the middle of flying upwards and then dying. Anyways, this is the distribution where it goes into the main parts of the factory. I'll show the upper levels just in a moment. So basically the resources for steel are being sent here, and it's literally the same thing that we have seen over there. It's producing ingots, currently just one layer, and it's sending it up to make pipes and steel beams. we can just try looking at the process, how I usually do this. I hope the sound is not too loud. It's my my dishwasher. Anyways, the smelting. So these are foundries. I have a blueprint for that. Basically, we align that. Oh no, that's wrong. Where is the input? I always forget. That's the input. Should be the other way around. We hold it, position the blueprint. That is pre-built basically, and from all the different components, and you can just reuse it, which is very handy. You save a lot of time building huge factories like that. So label steel, and then basically I have to connect the two lines, coal and iron, and here will be the output that goes to the second floor. I'm currently splitting that line here into two so that we can produce pipes and steel, because I couldn't build this one prior to that. Basically below that was still a factory that was preventing that. Let's go to this simple building here. It's crude oil being conveyed and then put into the factory here. Basically on this side we are creating plastic and heavy oil residue, and on that side we are making rubber and same oil residue. The residue is collected, well, they need to go all the way around. The residue is collected over this pipe system here. You have to imagine you have to build all those little connections and pipes, and I really like making them almost perfect because I'm a perfectionist. I really don't like asymmetry, so I'm trying to do this as good as I can. Anyways, everything gets connected, and then it gets put into those machines. They create fuel. Let's imagine it's diesel, and the fuel that is being created is directed here and then put into those generators. So effectively I almost doubled my energy production with those three machines only. They are consuming the fuel, and basically the residue is converted, and if the residue is converted then more plastic can be created, because the machine will stop if residue is full in this machine, and that's not good. That just recently happened. Anyways, those stairs are just construction places, so the plastic that I'm currently using is going into that direction. Okay, let's see what this is. This is the basic floor of smelting. We have iron ingots from iron, then we have copper ingots from copper, and here I have already deconstructed, but here will be machines that convert the quartz and the limestone into other resources, so it's kind of open-ended right now. I will do it later. The next floor is one input item conversion, basically constructors. Put ingots in, get wire, same goes here. Then here we make rods, then here we make plates. On the next floor we take those rods that we made below and we make screws out of them. Basically 2 screws or 2 productions of screws. And you know, the best thing about this layout, if you're connecting everything on the front, inputs go in and outputs go out, you basically are free to add infinitely. As long as your conveyor speed is good enough, you can add those machines indefinitely. So wait, here, well, I don't have space to place that, but I can just stack those belts over and over until the belt is completely saturated. Currently it is not. So if I continue building the screws into the length, then I would need to extend the rods, because I do need more rods, then I need more smelting, then I need more ore, and so on and so forth. But the basic idea is to have this system here with the conveyors and lifts pre-built, so I don't have to deal with that in the future anymore, and then you can just extend as you need. Let's look into the next floor. Basically, we create 2 item processing here. Oh wait, have I talked about? Yeah, I have talked about the previous one. Next one is 2 inputs, basically screws and iron plates that we have created below. Create this reinforced iron plate. Then we make, I forgot the name of this, modular frames out of this reinforced plate and the rods created below. What else? Here we have rotors. Here we have, what are these called? Stators. And then we have motors here, basically. I still have nothing here because it's required for the later stage of the game. But yeah, on this floor we create circuit boards. What else? Oh, that's space elevator resources, automated wiring, versatile frameworks, and smart plates, or whatever they called. Then everything kind of moves up 1 layer. And this is where I'm currently at. I just finished the lower layers and I will connect. This is a machine that takes 3 to 4 inputs. In that case, there are 4 here also. So basically actually there are 3. Oh yeah, I built this machine basically to be able, like this blueprint, to be able to take 4, but it doesn't need to be. So here we are actually taking 3. The circuit boards that are created below, the cables that created below. Quick wire, I will need to build a factory, I would say just either on top of this or somewhere around there, just as a next building in this tiny street. And basically those items currently are just generated, or created rather, converted. And there will be 1 other floor for even more complex items that I still have not unlocked yet. Can I build the space elevator? Missing materials. What are you missing? Rods. Do I have rods here? Yeah, should be workable. Invalid item location. So that's the space elevator. Oh damn, my space bar sometimes doesn't work. Oh no, it's actually the fuel that I was talking about. But you never die of fall damage, you just barely survive with 2 broken legs. Anyways, the space elevator is so amazing. I already built a lot of this because I have delivered the previous resources. So the elevator is connected. And we see here I need to deliver those items. And then something new and interesting will appear. I actually must say that I have never played past that point here. At this stage I have developed mental health issues. No, that's not it. I have developed so far that I can build trains. This is basically you load items, it sends this flying thing off, and then you get new technology. So I unlocked trains, which is cool. I'm looking forward to that. And basically those resources, next things building the computers. It's basically in that newer factory. Also, I will just tear everything off here, connect the conveyors to the main factory with the resources, and then we can scale a bit more. But the next thing that I'm looking forward to is getting the signals and finally building trains around the map, but I would need more electricity for that. So the phase 3, that is where we deliver the items with the space elevators. And then basically, and then we will have the required things to unlock the next stage. And the next stage, I don't even know what there will be, but some newer items. Anyways, that's all about Satisfactory, where I am currently at.